Right, Hannibal. Yeah, on this Dwadasi, Lord Jagannath, Balaram, and Subhadra, they go to a garden and they steal some leaves. And then these leaves were very nice and smelly. So, because they had done that, the tradition is now, that Jagannath, Balaram, and Subhadra are given garlands with these leaves. Don't ask me to remember the name of the plant, but that is the story. That is the history of today on Dwadasi. In the early days, when they were doing the Back to Godhead, there was many editors and everything, and they would write articles, and the Chutananda wrote an article, and it was all about the sun. Of course, he was given his information by Srila Prabhupada. But the most important, paragraph of that whole article is when it came to describe Surya's rays. When it came to the point where he was going to describe Surya's rays and function and how they'd work and this, that, and the other, Srila Prabhupada said innumerables. There's innumerable rays coming from the sun. Like one person will say, okay, today the rain will dry up from all the puddles and everything, and then it doesn't dry up. Even with a heavy sun, it doesn't dry up. And then also, it may come a day where the sun is not even hardly shining, and all of a sudden, it's drying up everything. They can make guesswork. The Srila Prabhupada is saying, the different, the different rays, they're actually personal, very personal. In a general sense, they may function a certain way, but actually, they're personal. They never lose their personality. You can say, salt is NaCl, and this is that. But then all of a sudden you start finding out there's so many different types of salts, and even those different types of salts, they may, in other words, you can't really capture Mother Nature because it does reflect some mechanical way of acting, but in essence, it's a living entity. So the rays of the sun are propagating the living entities, right? And they're coming down here to this planet. Of course, they're going all over the universe and everything, but they're coming down. They're very, very, very personal. So the point comes in is that, is there a time when we are not under the rays of the sun? No. There is no time that you're not under the rays of the sun. It may vanish in the horizon, but certainly it is still giving us energy. It's still, we already know that the sun can put energy inside something and then you can take it out, So it's already so much energy within the whole universe just from the rays of the sun. So to come to some notion, and I tell you it's like a madness, that the sun is 12 degrees below the horizon, and all of a sudden they can't even they can't even put it into a laboratory, right? They can't put it into a laboratory, but they can sort of measure, the atmosphere has so much oxygen, hydrogen, this, that, and the other. Oh, and it's bouncing off, the rays of the sun at 12 degrees is bouncing off of this, and it's hitting you at a random. What are the probabilities that one sun ray is going to hit me in the right way and do the right function that it has? Are you understanding that? In other words, it's change. And then the other thing is that the sun wants some feedback from you. Now, how am I going to give some feedback when all of a sudden this ray came with bouncing off of some oxygen and hydrogen and wait a minute, you guys. This isn't very conscious. At least they're admitting nowadays that the building block of the air, the oxygen, everything combination, it changes during the day. It actually changes how it's built, what is the concentration and everything, right? It's changing at all times. At different parts of the day, it'll change. How it acts and everything. All these things cannot be a probability, approximately. No, it's direct. It's a direct relationship we have with the sun. But there is the notion there that the reason they're doing this is that they would have to admit there's a God. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing behind all these confusing statements that they make. Because they would have to admit, yes, there is a God. And yes, He is watching us all the time. And yes, He is maintaining our body, even if He's not appearing on the horizon. Yeah. So it's best to worship Surya Dev in a way that he's on our horizon and everything, but don't think that at midnight you can't worship Surya. He's still there. He's still there. I don't know if he's bouncing off of here and bouncing off of there, and then all of a sudden I give my reaction and I bounce him back, his rays. Oh my God. They go through, they confuse the whole matter of science. Yeah, they confuse the whole matter of science in this way. I'm just standing here on the nice sun. These rays that I'm absorbing are good UV rays. I'm absorbing the good UV rays, and it's nice sand and everything. And in a few hours it'll be just so hot you won't even want to stand on this sand. But right now it's so nice, and I'm not only am I absorbing, but I'm discharging. I'm discharging things. Well, yeah, I'm connecting with the earth. Yeah. Really, you can't waste your time, because it's not a waste of time, emphasizing the devious ways these personalities are acting, because they have a purpose to convince that they're God. And to show and convince that they're God means to show and convince that there is no God. So there's no stopping these guys. They certainly will do whatever they want to do. Wait a minute, you guys.